Betsy? All right, take over.
Well, I thought we would go with looking over the system today and the garbage fund. Since those are the ones I guess we didn't touch on as much
Okay.
last time. It'd be easier to break the department or the funds up. And we don't have our final numbers for our taxes. So.
What page is that?
All I have is Joe.
On Kill Streets now for you, because last year Ukraine launched a program.
Thank you. So page 26, we're gonna have to move the speaker closer to Becky. It's not picking her up. No. Becky or her.
Page 25.
Wait till you make a.
Okay, see if you can put it on the other side. Okay, system, got it.
25, okay.
Maybe move that one to Jesse.
I'm gonna say. Too many do that.
So last year, the adopted budget is 1,116,075 for like our water cells. And we're trending to where we'll be below that, 998,000, so 16,000 under, which I guess makes sense with the lack of people using their water.
Water restrictions.
Mhm.
On the system water cells that you're going over right now,
Mhm.
go over the whole thing, please, across the top.
Like the header amount. So this,
So the budget it was for 2026 was a million,
yes.
and
And then, so this reclass, these are some of the numbers that I changed around that they were being reclassed from one spot to another spot. But we haven't done those reclasses in Encode. I don't think there's very much in system. Some of the ones that are in system they're just reclassing them from one line item to another line item to make that line item.
It's not gonna change the total. though.
Yeah, it doesn't change the,
Doesn't change anything.
yeah.
It's reclassified.
and then the other ones that are in this one are the, like here's water supply and sewer supply. I just changed the budget amount 39,000 to increase water supplies and then decreased sewer supplies by 39,000. Instead of having that huge change. And the other one was the big one is the salaries.
how many in that department?
Actually, that one's not in the reclass. It's on a reclass, the adjusted part of it. So I guess you don't see it on here, but I changed in Encode. We still had some of the guys that work in system. Their salary was going to system, so we were moving that to system where it's supposed to be, and that's where their budgeted salary is. But Encode, it hadn't got set up that way.
So you're proposing the 998,055?
up there on the system water sales?
This was based on the projection.
And did that include the new subdivision out here
No.
or any other subdivision?
And this amount would go up, I'm assuming with the rate change. But it still should say, it's whatever it goes up, it will also go up by the expense amount. Because our water sales may go up 5%, but then the expense of the fees that everybody's going to pay on it is the 5%. If that makes sense.
The way you're doing it is, to me, it's incorrect. Because if you're gonna have that growth, then it should be budgeted. You don't take it as it comes and plug it in.
Yeah. Well, I don't know
So
like how many houses are going to
Well, you
come
gotta
in.
know how many
You
houses,
just have to guesstimate.
how many houses more or less are gonna handle water. And then, water's gonna go up. I mean.
Did y'all get a letter already? How many cents is it going up?
We haven't got the letter yet. Because
Okay,
we won't
so-
get that are you talking about the water
San
rates?
Patricia Municipal.
We don't get that until December.
You
I
can
think.
call. You can call them. They'll give you an idea of what number to use. And Corpus, I think, I don't know what number they use, but they use the number, I want to say maybe 5, I don't know, 5 or 6. But, so if I look at this correctly, water sales be less than this year. If I'm reading this correct.
Because
I have it the same as last year,
we got a lot of water restrictions.
as the projected of last year's, like where we're projecting last year's at.
We're in stage 3, they didn't, nobody allowed people to get water.
Yeah.
Yeah, Betty.
Watching memos.
In the warehouse.
And then I have the sewer water projected to be, or a higher amount. It's the same amount that would, it's based on the projected amount for this year. The 577,000.
Right below the system water cells.
Oh, that was going up. Yeah, see, I guess I've done budgets different. I would have taken what was last year's, and then knowing that I'm gonna have growth with the subdivision, I would say, let's just increase it 15% or 20% to make allowance for that. But, let's see, I think we're gonna have more than 998,000.
So you have a couple of things that are adding to number one, the new system, the meters that we put in the ground. 1, 2, all the houses that we have coming in to the territory. And I see where you took the sewer, but I still think that's kind of a little low. But,
And I can change that I can get those numbers and change those amounts.
What are we gonna change it, make sure it's an accurate change? If we're gonna change it, we make sure it's accurate, kind of, right?
Yeah.
Just trying to
It's
be,
not
I
just
guess,
a,
err on
we gotta
the
put 10,000, you know?
the conservative side, and since we don't have, I guess, those rates yet.
So how many, there's 150 homes right there, right?
I don't know how many are,
Yeah, but I'm assuming most of them are gonna be up and going.
About half of them, right?
Yeah.
Maybe 75?
or they might be built, but are they going to be, is there going to be anybody living there?
Yeah, they're already selling them, 220,000.
Yeah, I mean,
Their
I
the office is
remember-
open already.
I remember where they did a study on 80 houses. It was gonna bring in about $8,000 a month in garbage, water, sewer, those 3. That's just the sales alone. But again, like you said, I mean, they gotta be rented out and all that. I mean,
Mhm.
already buying it and all that. Now, what about permits and all that? Is that in here as well? Because
There-
that should.
There is an
increase.
amount that needs to be, there is an amount that needs to be moved that's sitting in the general fund, and it needs to be moved down to the taps.
Because he's already paid for the tab and everything. He's paying for
Right, but shouldn't that be included in, as part of,
our income.
our income?
It should be.
Yes, it
Permits
currently
and
is sitting up in permits because of how the cashiering, and I've been trying to get with Encode to get that
Okay,
to where it can be broken
So
out. That way it
definitely-
can fall down here and water taps.
yeah, okay, not in water cells, but water taps.
Yes.
Okay.
Can you tell me what system water connections are? What is that?
By water tap.
I think, well,
No,
I
you
would
got
think
water
that-
taps- You got water taps under that, but
it's
anyway,
$20 a month, putting the $20 to turn it on. That's what I'm.
that's the kind of
thinking
water
it is.
connection,
That's what we call it.
system water connection?
That's when.
I think like, as connections and taps
He
would
wants
be,
to turn his water on, it costs him $20 to turn it on.
so it would be in the connections.
So you did 10, 10,
So all that's gonna go up.
and then
Well, this is sitting, a lot of the income that's sitting in the general fund. So we would be moving the money out of the general fund into the system fund. Because
like the,
This,
ask you a question.
143,000, a lot of that would go to system.
So the system water connection, you got, your budget is $10,000, right?
Yes,
Your budget is $10,000. As of May, we spent 4,917, or,
that's the income. So negative
okay,
is income.
Right.
okay. And then the projected 25, 26, what is that?
That would be how much we'll get like for the whole year.
That's how much you got in 25, 26 for the whole year, right? Because it's not for 26, 27. Projected.
So then,
Projected.
But it's the
That's
same
how much
number for.
That's how much
26,
we've gone so
27.
far, right?
yes, so the sum of the projected is, sorry. So some of the you can just scratch out the sum if it's confusing on the sum part, because I used raw data to build it. The 2026, so this is the adopted budget in your first column. These are some just reclasses just to make it look more in line, where you can, like, you're able to tell more, and you're not seeing odd numbers like this. So this is, I guess, the number we would concentrate. So this is our budget. This is where we're at year to date. Sorry, I need to go back to where we are at on that page. Okay, so adopted budget was 1,116,000. There was no reclass adjustments, so the budget as adopted stands. The year to date is how much we were at 5/30/26, and I still need to roll in our newer numbers to see how much we change. This is the projected amount, so this is how many months are left. So that would be June, July, August, and September. Plus where we have over here and the year to date.
That's pretty much half a year.
And so but we should end up $18,000 under our projected, our budgeted revenue.
This past year.
Yes. When we hit September, on 9/30, we should.
Oh, I forgot, we go fiscal.
But there could be, other things that happen, or,
Yeah, for sure. That's all right. Everything that you do for proposed budget should be just guessing. Last year, percentage that you want to increase it, and that's what you do. Without all this minus plus and
I agree, this is way too much,
Right.
too much information. I'm it's either this,
How you're like,
and that, just 3 columns.
Have you ever looked on, how they've done the budget, a few years ago?
yes.
I'm talking about 4 years ago. 4 years ago.
It doesn't match code, and that's the problem, is stuff doesn't match code.
and I understand that, but the format.
You know, the
And
format.
that can make, using the income figures, but.
Format like this, this.
And then you can enter it and equal like that.
I know, I'm not trying to be critical.
No, but,
Fine.
but,
I
but
guess because we've all seen it done differently.
and it's
4
easier,
years ago back.
and it's
It's
easier.
been like that for years.
And
It's
I know
never
I don't
been
like to hear in the
like
past,
this,
but.
where
I mean, I know you're a
this
math
is way
person, but
complicated
this is
for
too
my
much.
brain.
Well, because you can ignore the first, I guess, like 2 columns. So like what you see in your first column is the budget. This is where we're at currently. This is where I think we're going to be at the end of the year. Or sorry. And this is where I think if we're going to be under or over
So you
the
keep-
budget at the end of the year. And this is what the budget, this would be the proposed amount. So this is the one that
The
we,
998,
So,
yes.
and
So
that's not
the,
taking into consideration anything new built.
correct. So this is just numbers. These are the numbers we play around with today.
This is,
To me, I would take that
this is basically
998
it,
and
right?
say, okay, let's just project,
This is what
maybe a
basically we need.
20,
This is basic.
20% increase.
Yes, yeah,
And put
This
that
is
number
basic,
in
boom,
there.
boom,
and-
yeah.
that's it.
Yeah, boom,
Budget,
boom,
And
expense,
that would be
boom, and increase and decrease, that's it.
for
That's all we need.
the year.
Show it to show it
Because
to
you
your
don't
son.
have any of
This
this
is
over
last year,
here.
this is, and it's gonna increase.
There's still
1%.
some new homes in the Meadowbrook that haven't sold.
That's just the format, that's city,
like this right here, this should be, this is okay for you.
yes.
You know what all the activity is, but like for me, all I need to see is what was budgeted last year and what is budgeted this year and why. And
Okay.
that's it. I mean,
I was just trying to be transparent.
Yes.
That way,
yeah, and that
I
way
wasn't
we
just
can-
moving around numbers because I don't want anybody to look at it and be like, well, that wasn't the budget amount.
There might be some questions.
This is
that
basically,
somebody might
this
ask
is
for
where
more
we're at, right
information,
there,
but That's what
See
we have
it?
already.
proposed, this is 20.
Basically, we would just do,
Yeah,
last year's and then this year's. And, that was it.
just pass that around, see what you think. That,
Becky, what do you think of this? This is, 2 other cities.
Bishop, that's basically it, right?
And that's pretty much what the other cities do.
Yep, that's it, boom,
This is
boom.
kind of what the other cities do that I've seen, that I've reviewed.
And they're all basically 4 columns and that's it. Isaac, let's take a look at, that's basically what we need right there, right?
So,
So the number would be
I mean, right? Boom,
2
boom,
million.
That's how we did it, yeah.
and then we said, we're gonna increase, we had another thing, a box, we're gonna increase it 5,000, so we're gonna get,
Right.
right, and then,
Show it to Betsy, see. Because when you came on board, we used the previous years, right? Or no?
We're gonna get some of
I
that
had to use
water revenue now.
Or
Mr. Bain's budget.
remember we had
Oh,
this
okay,
square?
see,
oh,
yeah.
there you go.
We're gonna put-
Bain is
Yeah, Mr. Baines also was all confused.
Yeah.
It was very different.
See, and
He was
that's,
way off.
and that's what we need right there, just basic, boom, this is doom.
But if you were to do 4 years ago, you'll see budgets the way they've always been done.
And-
I mean,
If I projected, if the 998 is what you're basing it on, and if I increased it by 20%, that would mean it would be, for this coming year, would be 1,017,055, yeah. It'd be just a little bit more than what we did last year. I mean, that's how I do the
Yeah.
budget.
I mean, and this is great for accountant.
see, and basically, I mean,
That's how I did it.
like Lisa can go, y'all can go and see how many houses are already built and for sale.
Yep,
Right.
And then you can project, like, okay, we'll get X amount for all these houses.
you get permits.
If
you
they
gotta get-
sell.
Yep,
Yeah, I'll say
But
10.
we don't know,
We
I'll
don't
say
know.
10.
Yeah.
but it's just
80,000.
projected.
That's
Right.
80,000.
You know how many houses are building in a month, and that's how many houses are gonna keep building, for the next month too. 'Cause they're going fast. This is too,
I appreciate your hard work.
I know.
Betsy, I really do. It's not easy doing these budgets, but
and you said you got this from Mr.
you're
Baines?
overdoing it.
You got this from Mr. Baines?
She said she used Mr. Baines when she first came on board.
I didn't understand that
Well,
one either.
his was all over the place.
But it would, my question, would it be too late just to go to basic? Lisa?
Is it what?
Be too late to just go to basic? Or, you saw that right there.
I can make this report.
That's what we want right there. And then what we put a little box like this, and then we say, okay, it's gonna increase 10,000, we put 10,000 in there. And then all the numbers come in, we crunch them, that's it. That's what we've done it every year, and it's easy.
We used to do also how much was
So-
spent
Yeah,
and then how
For
much do we
this-
project
Same
we're
thing
gonna
with
spend.
expense.
This is,
So if we felt by y'all's recommendation to say, no, we think we're gonna stay like this, or no, you know what? This maintenance has drawn a lot more and we're fixing to,
Right.
so you can always.
and then and later on, we can
so
line
this
transfer
is
them.
pretty much, I guess, the same thing, because this is the
Yep.
budget. Like if you don't look at the first two columns.
We see, that's why I said, we don't wanna look at it, we wanna look at that. Like current taxes, that's good on the first page, that's good. What we're gonna propose, and then all this other adjusted income, we don't need that. We just need two numbers. And then tax and penalty, we have a number from last year, put that one in there, boom.
So on taxes, am I reading this correctly? We brought in 768,000, but you're only projecting.
I hadn't worked back on that one because we haven't got the numbers
Okay.
yet.
Because it says 693, but I know that they increased.
Yes.
We should have numbers for that already.
We should.
We
have
should be
num-
getting them, I think, probably this week.
Well, that's,
No, they're not gonna have them yet because people are still protesting.
yeah, but they have what you had
Yeah.
proposed, then they're gonna have,
Yeah,
then they
yeah,
got the little
Mhm.
line for adjustments for the
Right.
protest, yeah, they're gonna have
yeah.
that.
But they haven't got it.
Yeah, that's what we were gonna work on the system today,
Okay.
that way, because that one,
We want to do
it should
general.
fund
The only thing we're
itself.
gonna cover today was the system, right?
And sanitation.
Okay, so let's go through the system and can you, tell us what it was budgeted for? And where we're at year to date, and what your proposed budget is for twenty
Pat,
twenty-six?
what page is that? System.
Mhm.
System.
25 of 48.
Oh, 25, okay.
25 was the 1,016,000.
It's 25, 26, 27.
Okay.
Yeah, so 26, 27.
So I would think, 5/30/26 is where we're at year to date or not? 4 columns over? Or is it 5? No, it's 4,
What page you on?
25.
You're looking at what number?
Page 25,
The top,
the system. Water waste system, wastewater.
So
So the first column is what?
still not seeing where you're at. It would be the top line, so the 30,000 was the amended budget amount.
No.
Or the
The
budget.
first column, is that our 26
26.
budget? Is
Budget.
that our budgeted dollars right there?
That's the budget.
Okay. And where are we at year to date?
Um,
665.
Yes, so for water cells,
Okay, yeah.
yeah, water
So
cells.
we can scratch
Sorry.
out that,
So
Amended.
665, that's where we're at year to date? Okay, and you're projected for 2027 is what?
998.
998.
And
So
can you
the
tell us-
same amount that's we're projected to have,
Okay, can you tell us why?
because I use the same, what we were projected to be at,
So.
because we
would
don't
you-
have those rates yet. But when we get the rates, this amount will go up times 1.04% if it's like a 4% like raise. But then, because I guess that would be the amount that we would be charging would be the 4% more, but then we would also be 1.04% with the expenses would also go up. So I guess the increase and decrease, they net each other out. If that makes sense.
the way it would make sense to me, okay, you look at column sum of 2025, 2026, that budget at 1,016,000, okay? Over here, for 26, 27, it should be over 1,000,000. I say 1,025,000, 1,000,000 something, easy. You don't worry about blah, blah, blah. You worry, because you're gonna start at 1,000,000. You know you get 1,000,000 already. That's a gimme.
You're gonna be way over there.
Yeah. It's a gimme, you're gonna give it 1,000,000 because we got it last year.
Yeah.
And there's no houses, and we're building new houses, so that's gonna be, so that number should go up maybe, I don't know, with the houses, how many houses, then you start getting how many houses and all that stuff. And that number goes up, maybe 1,025,000.
Figure about 25,000.
Yep. So that's where that number it shouldn't be less, if you know you're getting that.
See, because the following year, the
But then our
next year.
Expenses are gonna go up
Sure.
just as much.
Right.
Everything goes up,
Mhm.
So it's still gonna be over 1,000,000, right?
yeah, but everything's gonna go up.
Yeah.
I would pick, see if you could find a percentage that would work across the board for everything.
See, what Jesse's saying, because next year, what's gonna happen is we're gonna exceed way over 1,000,000.
Uh-huh.
So it's like, okay, we made a huge profit. But we could have,
Well, right now I have it at a $970,000 deficit.
How's that deficit?
that's how much you spent.
That would be for the proposed budget. So it'd be like, we need to come up with a way to move the numbers around to where that's no longer negative. But that's based on the stuff that we need for the system.
He's gonna run for 1,000,000, they're gonna use that, and we're still gonna start with 1,000,000, 100,000. See,
They
right?
kept it the same,
Yeah,
increase, decrease, zero.
So,
yeah,
They left it alone.
yeah, so basically, we can,
Yeah,
so Mayor, my approach is different. Just my opinion is I think you need to find a good percentage number that you're gonna plug into there. The purpose of this, the way I see it is not to create the budget, you should come up with something that's maybe 70% finalized, and then we can make some adjustments there. There need to be, and you tell us why you expect that, but if we're gonna start plugging numbers in here without putting percentage and taking a guess, that's kind of dangerous. I wouldn't want.
That's why I didn't want to take a guess. That's why I wanted just to do like the projected amount as far as like,
But if you-
same as
It's
last
hard to
year.
do. It's
Percentage
hard to
would-
do.
The percentage would keep you at a safe,
Right.
on the safe side, because you're not gonna get all the revenue next year. You're gonna get some of it this year, and then you're gonna get some of it next year. So maybe you use a small percentage, but if we start plugging in numbers,
That ain't gonna work.
I mean, we can take a guess, but that's all it is a guess.
It's a guess.
Mhm.
And, that's just my opinion.
But you're right. I mean, cause you're gonna be over 1 million easy.
I agree,
Yeah.
but not according to what I'm looking at right now. That's not what it says, right? And so we could actually be.
So we're like we lost houses or something like that, right?
Exactly.
Right, if, see, an example, city sales tax.
Yeah.
262,390. But then you're projecting 288.
That's it.
So you see, that's a good figure, because you're projecting
Yeah,
more.
yeah.
So how did that come about? That you went over 26,000?
Page 1.
City sales tax is a little easier because it's.
Because that's the sum of the projected. That's how much, right now, we've got $192,000 in city sales tax. If we continue at the same rate for the rest of the months, we would be at 288,000.
Right. See, and that's what they're trying to tell you, that if you project a couple of houses that'll be sold this year, they'll already be collecting garbage, water,
Right.
sewer.
Right
So,
here.
like Meadowbrooks,
Mhm.
they're already pretty
Yes.
much all sold. So that's what's gonna happen over here.
Meaning, even if you took, let's say, 10 houses. are gonna
Out
be-
of 20 houses, you might wanna do half.
10 times 8,000 would be $80,000.
Well, and then you plug that one in right there.
So you would have to put whatever portion water, whatever portion sewer.
Yeah,
whatever
exactly.
portion's garbage.
I mean, Betsy, I know there's your budget by yourself, but it's a lot easier. Right? You're doing way over too much.
You're working too hard.
Because
You're
it-
working too hard.
Well,
At
it's
the
just,
end,
I
the
just
bottom
took
figure's
last,
gonna-
I just took
it's
where we're
gonna
at
be-
now and I just multiplied it by how many months we have left.
Yeah.
And it's the same. But then we
So
can
I don't
adjust
see
each
how many
line
months
item
we
that
have.
we need to get
Right.
I mean,
to better
But like,
figures.
if you project the 693 into, wait, let me get back over here, the 998 into the million, it gives you a 10%, about a 10% increase. So
Mhm.
you could increase it 10%.
There you go. But you gotta go 1,016,000 times 10%.
Right, and that could be,
Right.
that could be all the way down.
Because it's going, you average of, you might project 12 because we got these new houses.
Could be. But that's just what I see on paper.
But no, that's a good,
You don't wanna go too high.
you know,
No, you
No.
don't, no. Because then you don't adjust your budget, but
that's a good percentage
So,
right there, yeah, because you've
that's
seen it
why I
right there, the growth with medical growth.
Now, keep in mind that Becky has expertise because that's what she used to do.
Yeah.
doing all that.
So she used to do it back in the day with Billy Joe
Uh-huh.
and with Janie. So that's, and then we've all seen a very simple, yeah, this
Not
is
make it
kind
simple,
of
yeah.
confusing, but
Would it be too hard to go back to the drawing board, Lisa?
No, because they already have the.
Well,
they already-
We still
There-
have-
she already-
I just have to do, I have all the numbers here. I just, if you don't like the format, then I can change the format.
I think they just want you to just reduce
Just-
all these numbers.
just-
Yeah, so
just-
many numbers thrown at
Just
at
have,
us, you know, I
that's
don't.
Like,
just a,
these are like,
that's just a copy, that's basically right there.
there's
That's
a lot
only
of
4
hidden
columns, And then you
cells.
put a little thing that we always said, okay, we're gonna have 10 more houses, we put 10%, right?
Right.
And then finally, when we get all the numbers, we crunch them and then,
This is something like if you were like with a big corporation.
yeah.
We're from Odem.
Yeah, this thing is
And
And
then all this excess, all these, income above, that's all, we don't need all that stuff. Just
But I would
basic,
just, income, expenses and everything.
that's it, boom.
Pick a percentage and then.
And then the request, and then we need to.
And then the request,
Yeah,
and see how that.
we can just change the numbers if we have to.
I remember one time we told a city administrator, because she didn't want to put the economic development and the maintenance money. So we said, okay, we'll put it in another item, that's a plus that we're gonna get.
Yeah, for sure.
But she kept on saying, but we don't know if we're gonna get it, but you already know you've gotten it,
Right.
so use that number as a
Yep.
projected.
Yep, I know.
Even if you don't want to put it on there, you could put it in a separate line item. We just, like over here, if she's saying 998,000, you could put another line item, and you could put on there that you projected with new houses and all that it might bring.
Right.
Right,
That way we know, okay,
that's where that number comes.
Mm.
But it's still gonna, then above that, it's still gonna be 1,016,000
It is.
times.
It's
Right.
gonna be more than what we had this
Yes,
last year.
yes.
right. Yeah, because in our eyes, if we were to see this, we're in the red, we're gonna have to increase water rates.
Yeah.
And
Well, we may have to based on like all
and
this stuff
we
that,
may, yeah.
And then you put it in here. That's when you put the percentage, water rates, let's go 6%. You put the number in there and you say,
You can even call the garbage people, or you can call the water people, say, just to guess, how much do y'all think y'all would go up? And that's it.
And I'm pretty sure they already know that.
Oh, I'm pretty sure they know.
Because I think they're gonna talk to us this week, isn't it?
I am, I had lunch with.
since I guess we
Yeah,
haven't,
that's good.
we hadn't got to
I'll
that
ask
point
them
yet
tomorrow.
of getting,
No, sometimes they'll
numbers
give you
from
a
them.
percentage, and it might sound, that it's high, but it's only like 10 cents.
Yeah.
15 cents.
Number should work.
So they are gonna go up, because I'm pretty sure Corpus is gonna go up on them.
So can we hit the big ones and tell us, hit the big ones at least? Let's go down this list, hit the big ones, and then tell us, we want you, like the first one, that water system, I think you need to look at that one. What was it, Jesse and them were talking about?
The system water sales?
I think it, that looks good, I guess. Sewer system water, I guess. System sewer, I guess.
She's got an increase of 12,000 more.
$12,000?
Projected over.
12,000 is a negative. That's a negative.
Oh, that's a negative.
A line,
So what's,
parentheses is a plus.
Why do you have that like that?
okay, so why does
So
it say
we're-
565 we brought in? And then she's projected we're gonna bring 577. Isn't that 12,000?
so our budgeted amount is 565
Right.
Oh, that's I'm sorry. Okay.
and we're projected to be at 577. So it's $12,000 that we'll have and more revenue.
See, that's what I said. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
you just got to send the negative with a plus.
so your budget for 2027 is 577?
That's what I have it at. Yes.
These, they're not the same.
$12,000. Okay.
Okay, question. The 998,055 and the 18,019. Okay, I'm lost because then if the 565.
It's not making sense, because look at
No,
that.
because the
This is
12.
water taps,
$30.
30 bucks. It's like,
Yeah,
so this is,
it's showing
I-
$30.
So that's why I was going down then.
this don't make no sense.
That's why I was going down.
You're right? 30 cents, like, we're gonna get 30
And
cents?
$30.
it should be 0 on the water taps.
But we
to
get all
be-
these new houses.
Put everything, like the taps and connections maybe on the same line item.
Okay, but the $20 and the $30, those are negative figures. Are those
That's revenue. So
Okay,
we had
and is that
$20 in
added?
revenue.
Are those adding? Are those additions or subtractions?
What do you mean adding?
Well, you have it a -20 and a -30.
There's too
So
many columns. There's
20
way too many columns.
$20 is what we have received this year in money from
Water taps?
water taps.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
how that's how we coded it in the system.
There's no
Oh,
way.
there's no way.
There's no way.
Which that a lot of those numbers are sitting in the general fund.
Okay, that's
We've got to
what you were
peel
saying.
that
Okay.
part out
So these really aren't good numbers that we can look at.
on the water connections and the water taps.
So you put it in here and not in the system.
Okay, then answer me this. Up here under system sewer, you have the 565, then you have a 385, and then you have 577, and then you have, and those were all negative figures, which those are pluses, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And then this 12,423, is that supposed to be a plus or a negative? Because if you add that 12 to the 565, it comes up with that 577. Am I right or wrong? No, that's right.
Okay.
That, I don't understand.
Here's a little, here's
So the-
here's a way. Okay, look at the very top, the headers. Scratch out sum of 25 and 20, scratch out that one.
Those three.
Just scratch it out.
Fold it.
And then the next one is a good number. Sum of projected, scratch that one. Well, that was a good number.
So that some of the projected over under,
That should be,
so
scratch that one out.
one
too.
of those should have like the parentheses on it. So we're projected to be $12,000 under.
That should have a parenthesis.
Sorry.
That's where I was saying,
That's my
Yeah.
question.
it's a plus.
Yeah, it should have a negative.
Yes.
Here.
Sorry.
That's what I was trying to
Because
tell
it
you.
has
Over.
plus on it, but it's, and I just put a plus next to it.
Yeah, okay.
Well,
I
because,
understand.
12,000, sorry, it's 12,000 over.
yeah, it's
Okay.
a plus.
Okay, so
Okay.
it's a plus, so it's
Cool.
parentheses.
So
So
it's gonna have a
parentheses
parenthesis.
always a negative, right? If I remember from last, other than it? No? From last budgets?
It depends on how you're looking at it. It depends on if you're doing a budget like this, the negatives. A negative is a plus, and a plus is a negative.
And I need to flip the signs.
Yeah. In real bookkeeping, that's the way it is.
I'll flip it.
But if we put it in layman's, you don't have to do it differently.
But look at the penalties. We got it was penalties 25,000, and then we ended up at 47,000 at the end. So not by number.
Do you know how long it would take for you to make those adjustments out of the general into the proper places?
To put the permits,
To put all the correct numbers in the right places out of.
that's what I've been working on since I started. Like,
And is it a
'cause it's-
possibility it could be done before we meet again?
Yes.
So that we can look at correct information?
yes,
I know. and
or
I
more
know-
correct
I
information.
know, and it's not just the budget that you work on every day. I know what that's like, but I mean, because this is just
Way.
more than my little pea brain can get.
You still want to go on, Isaac?
So our,
That don't make no sense. I mean, it's wasted time.
I think so.
I mean,
I think we move to the next budget date and give her time to correct figures.
I mean, we love you for all this, but
Absolutely.
it's.
but we want to like look at maybe, because the revenue can,
See if
it's
you
better to
can-
be, I guess, conservative with the revenue.
See if
It's
you
more of
can-
the expenses that,
If you
where
can
we
go
were-
into the files of 4 or 5 years ago, you'll see. How they
Look at
did it.
what Jesse's got. It's-
I mean, that's,
Right, it's-
that's
that's
basically,
all.
that's, and then you do the square, we're gonna 10%, 5%, that's what we ended up.
Yeah,
I mean, we went through it real quick, boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, because they would,
Yeah, you
what they would say is like, okay, this is what we had, this is.
Yeah,
what
we did.
it's
we
like the only thing
have
that I don't have, I guess,
we're
is that
proposing. That's-
the increase,
We
the
would only
increase,
meet once or
decrease,
twice.
and then the
Yep,
percent
that's what we
received.
did.
Second,
Yeah,
y'all would even, well, administration would also bring, everything as far as what we charge for a park, what we
Yep.
charge for barbecue pits, what we charge for everything, and that way we can decide, are we in the negative on that? Or do we need to increase it a little bit?
Fee schedule.
We used to get, and I was gonna suggest that y'all go to Mathis, Ingleside, and get employees paid. Clerk 1, clerk 2, bookkeeper,
Yep.
utility
Mhm.
bill or whatever, and that's how you determine. I know last time we came in and we just up a fee, but I think you'll probably see that some of them are getting overpaid, I think. So all that adds up,
Yeah.
all that adds up.
I was comparing
But
a
if y'all do
one
that,
from
just call
TML.
Sister Cities and request
I will.
for everybody's pay. Some might be salary, some might be hourly. But some of these might just be clerk 1, where all they do is just collect, answer the phone. That's it. And it's okay to cross-train, it's okay.
Right.
Yeah.
But just because they're cross-trained, doesn't mean they're gonna get paid as a bookkeeper. Doesn't mean they're gonna get paid as accounts payable, stuff like that, or utility clerk.
I'll look at that.
And when you call them, do y'all have encode? Then that's the question. Do you have encode? Okay, now we can talk. Some of them don't have encode. Like that one right there, you talking doesn't have encode. It had some kind of weird
Yeah.
accounting. But like I said, it's not that hard. It's not that hard.
Yeah.
So if you look in the right-hand column, was the increases that we had put on here.
Yeah.
These were, I guess, the
You can also bring
special items.
to us,
and then-
like, the salaries, like I mentioned, how much y'all get paid right now, each.
I think we had it
person.
in the last one.
Okay. But was it by the hour though? Was it individual? That's what I want to see, because that's
I don't
how,
remember if it was.
that's how it was all these years. That's how you know.
Yeah, I
Because
can pull that report.
sometimes, I'm sorry to say this, but sometimes there was favoritism where somebody got an increase and we didn't even approve that. And we would approve it cost of living, or we would do merits back in the day
Mhm.
where it was up to 5%. But then the following year, we're like, wait a minute, this person, why is it's not adding up? They got more than the others.
Yeah.
So that's
And
another
I
way
think
of
that
us
on
finding
here,
it.
it's just the cost of living is the number that's shown on here,
Is
I
that
think.
just like this year's cost of living?
It's the 2 years.
They haven't gotten a raise in 2 years.
That I remember that they did complain,
Right.
and we did say, I remember it was myself and Becky, and we even mentioned, if it's in the employee manual, that employee manual still exists. We haven't revised it, it's still the same. If the employee manual says you gotta pay whatever, then they're owed that money still.
Because they were getting paid for like, the days, not the vacation, but like the days.
Sick day.
Or the sick pay, someone didn't get paid
The
sick pay.
holidays,
sick
the
is-
holidays, right, they were getting paid some of the holidays and they had to take like personal time or take vacation days.
Angela, got a lot
I
of
think
time.
some of them had to do
They all
that, that's
got
when we
their-
said, that's
they
when
all
we
got
said
their
that,
sick pay.
no, they had.
Oh,
to
they
get
got
paid,
their sick
yeah,
pay,
They
okay.
had to be getting paid for that, which no one said, right, because it's on the menu that they have to get paid.
Well,
I don't
someone, she
think- I
said
think
some of them
everybody
got paid, the
They
majority.
have.
I think everybody got paid
Yeah,
their
yeah, but
holiday. The
that's
only
what we-
holidays that they didn't get paid was because the employee manual says they can't get paid on
Right,
days, like if they were gone from the day before.
Yeah, you have to be here the day before and the day after.
But I think those are the only, like, I guess, ones that didn't get paid on the holidays. It was just confusion on what the employee manual means, because it could be interpreted a different way.
And I would think until we get the new one adopted, we have to keep that one right.
Because whenever I was looking at it, it's confusing on if your vacation expires on September 30th,
You don't carry it over.
but your anniversary is September 29th, and so that's the first day you would get your vacation. You have 1 day to use your 5 days or your
Yeah.
10 days. And so that part was confusing. On
Yeah.
like, does it go by anniversary date? Does
It
everybody
should have been
get,
anniversary
does
date.
everybody get their days on their anniversary date, or does everybody get their days on October 1?
Well, it's anniversary date.
Which
Because
one?
if it's their anniversary date,
When I was
then their
hired, Bill and
vacation
Joe-
expires.
I went almost a year, and Bill and Joe then asked me, do you want to keep this date, or do you want to get pulled into the current year so you can be in with everybody else? So I changed mine from my anniversary date to the
True.
fiscal year.
Okay.
That way it wasn't confusing.
So then it's a fiscal year, it's
I
October
went
1st.
fiscal year. I had a choice, but it would have been confusing.
It's confusing to remember everybody's
Yeah.
anniversary
Yeah.
date.
But she gave me the opportunity to move into the fiscal year.
Because like that part isn't, I guess, specified that
Mm-mm.
you can do that in the employee manual. So it's like, if your start date was September 25th, then you get your 1 year, you get your 5 days, so then you better use them all
And I think it benefited.
before
me
October
too
1.
At that time.
But like I mentioned to the mayor before, if there's something that y'all want to change in the employee manual,
Mhm.
and, because I know he mentioned that that's how they do it at his work. Well, that's fine. If y'all want to change it, like you've worked with others before, you probably worked with others, so you probably know. If there's something in the employee manual that y'all want to change, just bring it to the table. And we'll change it. But if it's in black and white, it still stands.
Betsy, what's the system water benefits? You all budgeted 25,000 and then you amended it, added another 10,000, and it's at 35,000?
So I just moved that 15,000 that was in the water special fees. And I'm not even sure what that was supposed, that line item was supposed to, I just moved 10 of it to the system water penalties and 5 of it to water taps.
Water penalties are usually, if you get shut off, it costs you $20 to get it turned back on, that's a penalty. Or if it's at night, then it's $30. That's what penalties are.
So, but we really don't know
That's
how many
a
people are
lot.
gonna be cut off and stuff like that, right? Next year.
You just go by what, you just.
Just by an average
Yeah,
every year.
So you can average it out.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
because it's gonna happen.
Mhm.
I mean,
And I think the year before, they were budgeted a lot, or the year before, the amount that they ended up having was about like 35 or more. Mhm.
Oh my God.
And at that rate, because we're currently, as of 5/30, we're at 31,000.
But there's more than just $20 in there per person each month.
It would be, they're like the amount that they owe, like their 10% that's due on their,
Well, that, and yeah.
mhm.
Okay, that's an awful lot.
It is a lot, but I think something that we should look at is anybody that has a past due amount. Currently, we're only charging interest one time on their current bill and not charging it on their past balance. So they get a 10% penalty on their $100 bill, but they owe $1,000.
But they shouldn't be owing that much. We never let them go past a month. We went 1 month and that's it. You paid it in full, or you got shut off, or your meter got yanked.
There you go.
yeah, I don't understand that when the mayor sends us that amount, that is huge.
That's big.
So
That's
who
way
let
too
it
much
get
to
away
have
with it?
In the rear.
It's been
Yeah.
going on for a long time.
Yeah, we were talking about that today. how they keep on giving them chance
No,
after chance after
no,
chance.
Well, no, because that's why,
No, I
can't tell you how
agree.
many times I
No.
shut people off.
that's why we have, okay, how much is a deposit? A retainer, 200?
Deposits are 500.
And some people don't have
No,
deposits.
No, it's 200.
It's
For a
200.
water deposit?
Yeah, it's 200 or
200.
225?
It's
I think
200.
200.
Okay. Back in the day, it was $50. And then it started increasing because with $200, you shouldn't even go 2 months right there. You cut them off. You
shouldn't
use that
You
money
should know more than your
and you
deposit.
cut them off. And that's
But a lot
it.
of people don't have deposits.
Right. Then they get then after 1
And I
month, if they don't pay it in full,
I don't know
they
if they
get
were
their
used
meter
before
full.
or if they never put
they'll-
one
No,
down.
everybody, because I was a councilman when they brought it up and a lot of people came and said, we should be grandfathered in. And they said, well, that's why we want people to pay. The only way that you don't pay a deposit is if you have, like, I have 5 accounts. So I only pay 200. But if one of them defaults,
Mhm.
you shut me off
All of them,
on all of them.
all of his accounts.
That's the way it is. That's why I have
That's
one
what's in the
renter.
ordinance.
Out of one renter is always falling behind. And I'm always, hey, I'm to the point to where, hey, I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to go get your own. I'm not gonna include it in your, because you don't
Yeah.
go and pay it.
Yeah.
But
We
that's
just
the
had
only
conversation
time
today.
you'll see it.
And that's how I found out that they keep giving chance after
Yeah.
chance.
I
Yeah.
would never. allow
And I
it.
know, like,
If you had
because
gas.
it's hard,
they
because
shut
like
you off.
some of them
Electricity,
have,
They shut you off.
some of them
Telephone,
have
they
these
shut you off.
huge balances and it's
Right.
hard for someone to go like,
Oh,
all of a
we
sudden
do.
it's like, pay us $2,000 or you don't get water anymore.
What do you want? Do you want your meter pulled or do you want to come up with the money? I'll give you 2 months to come up with.
Sometimes they would.
And that's kind of
even
what we've,
use-
I guess, done, but
What if you got a
they
meter?
don't make the payments.
Sometimes they would even use hardship. Like, oh, there's children.
Yeah.
Oh, there's somebody that's sick. Oh, there's somebody that's on welfare. But it
Yeah,
doesn't,
They shut
it's
you off
just the way it
anyway.
is. You
Yeah.
call, talk to another city,
And
That-
and
doesn't.
they never
doesn't
got
work
to go
like that.
back, they never got,
Your light turns off immediately,
yeah,
everything.
well, but see,
Yeah.
you know, okay, and once they've done that, then they never get the chance to, they have to pay in full every time from then on.
We
No
would
one
recommend
there.
to people to go to a church and get
Right.
some assistance, and some would.
Yeah.
And the church would send a check, so, to catch them up. But 1,000, 2,000,
It's way too much.
that's way too much.
And I think currently, right, Lineberger's just looking at the cutoff ones. for
And
other
then,
ones.
and then the ones that are always paying, this is how we used to do it. Let's say you have a house and you don't live here, but you have water, and then you have a water leak and you didn't know, then your meter's gonna show a $600 water bill. Hey, they're gonna get upset. They didn't know, the city didn't know. So we used to sit down with them and say, okay, put them on a payment plan. Worst case scenario,
Mhm.
okay, we're gonna pass the cost on to you a little bit more. We're not gonna make a profit, but you're gonna pay
Mhm.
for what, we lost. And that's how you catch them up.
Or the new meters, we should be able to catch it.
Exactly, yeah.
Exactly.
So we'll be ahead of all.
But
Can we get adjourned?
I don't know why, yes.
Can we get
Is
adjourned?
there a motion to adjourn? I mean,
I do.
is there anything you wanna
So-
cover
so-
so they can come
There's-
back?
The next meeting is supposed to be scheduled for August 4th.
The what?
Before the council meeting, but we have a public meeting that day,
For what?
zoning at 6:30.
Zoning?
It's a zoning. And they're coming to,
Is there any way you could do the zoning 6:45?
Yeah.
Because they're quick.
yeah, they are quick.
So do
6:45
6,
sounds
we
good.
used to, yeah.
Okay,
Because if now we're over here 30 minutes for nothing.
yeah.
The fourth is our city
6:45
council,
sounds good.
and you can have a public hearing prior to that, 6:45
6:45,
on August.
and then at
the
6 o'clock, we'll have our budget.
So an
An
hour
hour?
or 45 minutes for the budget?
No, it's 6:45 only for the budget.
It's up to y'all, whatever.
We're gonna have a budget.
And I have a doctor appointment.
before
The
that.
budget
Yeah.
meeting,
fourth.
you know,
Public
that's what
hearing
they
on the
want.
agenda and the-
I don't have a problem. I'm just saying that if you're ever gonna have a zoning
Wait,
or a
we have
special,
like
public hearing, do them 15 minutes before. because nobody showed up. And if they do, they 3 minutes, 3 minutes, 3 minutes, boom.
Yeah.
And if now we gotta wait 30
Can we
minutes.
Yeah,
start
it's
the
just one
budget at
person.
5:30?
He'll be here.
Can we start the budget at 5:30 or 5 o'clock?
You want to, it's fine with me.
Just
Start
agree.
at 5 o'clock.
I'll be here.
Yeah, 'cause
I haven't left. I've been here.
Do you want to
all day.
look at the garbage?
But I'll wait till you let us know.
One?
Hey, do we have any general obligations?
I don't think so.
No, we're done, right?
We should be
We don't
done
owe
with
any money, right?
What do you mean? Like,
Grants,
Grants and stuff,
money,
like
loans.
yes,
We have loans?
we have loans on the meters.
Oh, the.
Oh, the meters,
Yeah,
yeah.
That should be in the
That's
budget.
one, yeah.
Is that in the
Those need
budget?
to be in the budget.
They're
It should be in general obligations.
on the debt service.
So
Yeah.
we're on base 3 on the
Fund.
meters, but what they need to do with the meters is that they need to install an antenna on top of the water tower.
Yeah.
But I just had a meeting with the people that are who's coming to do the water tower, and they recommend for not to have 2 contractors in there, if we could hold off on phase 3 on the meters until they complete the water tower. The water tower is scheduled to start in October.
In October.
In October.
Cool.
Nancy, on your budget, your proposed budget,
Hmm.
I want you to plug in the police department, you got 0 funds. I wanna see what it looks like.